Hey, so I want to walk you guys through a couple steps that I normally take when I'm working with a client to help them generate like their content strategy and really thinking about how we build brand and messaging that really resonates with our audience. So I think we all understand 2025. I mean, we know what's going to happen this year with regard to AI and AI's ability for us to create more content is both good and bad. So you and I both know what happens when AI and automation gets into the wrong hands, or at least people that use those tools in the wrong way. It creates a lot of noise, it creates a lot of friction, and AI is allowing people to create content now easier than ever, which is both a good thing and a bad thing. It's a bad thing if you're just using it to create generic, bland, hey, ChatGPT, write a post for my LinkedIn profile type content. That's just going to be a lot of noise, and it's only going to become noisier and noisier. But the good thing with AI is if you use it in the right way, it can actually it can help you 10x your content output without sacrificing quality. And so the difference between those two are the ones that actually take the time to understand how am I using certain AI tools, in what order, and what information am I feeding it. So the process and methodology that I've been using the past couple of years for marketing specifically follows three letters: BCT, brand, content, and traffic. And foundationally, we always start at brand. When you understand brand, who you are, who you serve, the challenges they face, your story, the genesis of your business, and all of those things, it's gonna help bleed into content that actually sounds like you, content that matters, content that's meaningful, and not just the noise that a lot of us are hearing and are probably unfortunately going to see a lot more of going forward. So I've mapped this out here using Claude for the process for how I develop brand. And whether you're a consultant, a coach, a SaaS founder, somebody in the C-suite, a subject matter expert, I mean, here's the good news. Like, all of us can be creating content now on a very consistent basis, and without all of the hard work of, you sit down and you're like, oh shoot, what do I post? Right? That blank page, paralysis feeling of how should I be creating content? So it's made it easier than ever. And using a tool like Fireflies.ai or whatever meeting recording tool that you're using, could be Fathom. There's a lot of great ones out there. I use Fireflies. Your meeting recorder can really become like such an incredible asset for you as you're wanting to maybe venture out into more content, better content. And if you're not familiar with these AI meeting recorders, because I don't want to assume anything, I've talked to a few people over the past couple weeks that they hadn't heard of these AI note takers, and they saw them in the meetings. They're like, Matt, what is this? And so I told them, and they're like, okay, awesome. And then the next week I find them on the next meeting with their own little AI assistant. So if you're not using an AI note taker, I would highly, highly recommend that you do that. It can significantly help streamline capturing information, remembering information from meetings. But probably more importantly, what I'm using it a lot for is things like proposals or developing content strategies, or even you can role play. I'm coming into a meeting. Hey, Claude, based on previous meetings that I've uploaded to your knowledge, how should I be thinking about approaching this meeting? So there's a lot of things you can do with the meeting recorders, but as it relates to this, as we're talking about content and strategy, it can be really, really helpful. So your origin story, your genesis of your business, those are foundational to developing brand. If you don't have that documented everywhere, there's a good chance you're probably jumping on sales calls or internal meetings with, maybe onboarding new employees or something like that, and you're telling the story, right? The story of your business, the story of how you got into doing what you're doing. And if you're telling that story and Fireflies is recording it, great. Now you can use that to bleed into your content strategy. So your origin story is number one, and that's really the heart behind it. And what AI can't do off the shelf is tell your heart story of the journey that brought you to where you are, the journey of how your company arrived at, doing what they're doing in the market that they're doing, and so on. So that's really, really important. So your origin story, number one, the genesis of your business, and those are foundational for developing brand. So once you've got that, and that's, sitting in Fireflies, or, maybe coming from these three different scenarios: Zoom calls, client interviews, or team sessions, you can download the transcript, export the transcript as a PDF, and then you can give it to Claude here, which I'm using. Claude has what we call projects, and projects allow you to create knowledge bases for specific use cases, right? So I would create a project for like my book. I've got my LinkedIn book. I would create a project for, maybe like proposals or sales, material that I need to generate. Projects for clients can both be like internal and external uses. So I would create a Claude project with that. And then we use the transcripts to then go into developing, your brand voice. Now, from that, you could then do persona development. And a really easy way to think about that, and you can brainstorm with Claude to kind of ask it, which if you don't know an easy way how to do that, I'm going to show you right here. There's a really cool tool called Through, which I found, which has this website text extractor. So you can put in a link to any website, any page, hit that button, and it's going to get you all of the copy from that website. Now you can take that, give it to Claude with your origin story, genesis story, and it understands, this is the business, this is who I'm talking to, and so that's a really easy, effective tool. And then from there, for persona development, another cool little hack that I like to do is say, go think about your ideal, prospect. Go to YouTube. And on YouTube, let's say I was selling to, pet owners, for instance, or, B2B SaaS companies. So I could come into like B2B SaaS interview, like founder interview. Or we could do like B2B SaaS in, let me just think, in industrial or something that's like super boring. Why don't we do sports? Okay, so sports, B2B SaaS, sports. And then you can come up to, you can come up to some YouTube videos that might be relevant, or, you could say, I sell to people like, let's make it easier, like Tony Robbins. Okay, I sell to people that are high achievers, they're business coaches, Tony Robbins, and we would say origin story. Okay, his life story, perfect. 13 minutes, 5 minutes. There's lots of stuff here about, who Tony Robbins is. And then what you could do, there you go, life story. All right, so you can just grab that. That's pretty short. I would probably look for something that's like, 30 minutes to an hour. And then you can get the transcript. Because what we want to do with personas is like, we want to think like, how do they think? How do I talk to them in a way where they feel like I understand how they think, how they feel, what's going on in their world, the challenges that they're facing. And so you can grab this transcript right here. And then I would take the transcript and I would give it to Claude. And I would say, for example, here is one ideal client. And then you would obviously define it. I grabbed a transcript from a YouTube video that talks about this. You can use this as the foundational knowledge to really understand this persona A. And then you could go to, other YouTube videos where it's story driven, it's about the founder or, that person that you would ideally like to sell to, or any video about the industry, what's happening, maybe some trends that they would probably care about. And you can grab the transcripts from those videos and then give it to Claude. And Claude's going to be able to then develop, this ideal client profile, who's non-ideal, and develop core messaging. So like, here are the value propositions for these personas. Here's how I talk to them. Here's some key messages and stuff like that. And this is all brand. It's foundational, right? And it's going to bleed into content. And frankly, like this stuff takes, 30 minutes to 2 hours maximum. And you've got a really nice, robust, well-defined, 10 to 20 page document that clearly outlines all of the, who, what, where, when, how, and why as it relates to content and positioning. So, and there's like I'll do this in a different video, but there's some cool assets, marketing assets and sales assets that we can create once you have this foundational layer developed. And one of those that I'm really excited about right now, especially, this year, is assessments, questionnaires, like quizzes, or rating systems. What's your secret sauce? What's your signature formula, your process for how you take people from A to B? And once you have all of this stuff loaded up in Claude, it's really easy for you then to say, hey, based on my origin story, my brand, and ideal clients, what could be some lead magnet assessments, quizzes that they could take that would expose the gap between where they are versus where they want to be, and how I can take them there. And if you do that exercise, Claude's going to be like, cool, 1, 2, 3, here's a bunch of different like ideas for assessments and quizzes and stuff. And then you can actually like select the best one, and from there flesh it out into a scoring system, automation workflows, email follow-ups, text message, landing page copy. You can even have it build it if you wanted, but that's kind of like where you're heading. So foundationally, that's kind of how I arrive at how do we build a content foundation, foundation for who you are, who you serve, in a streamlined way, augmented by AI, that makes sure that our content is really on point. So from that, then I like to roll that into what we call content houses. So what are the houses that you're building for your personal brand, your company brand, that you can invite people into? That could be a podcast, it could be a newsletter that you get people to subscribe to, it could be an email newsletter, blog versus traditional blog newsletter versus like an email newsletter. It could be, of course, a social post, but we're thinking more of like a list that you own, a text message list or something like that. Something where there's subscribership and you're building thought leadership middle of funnel. You want to invite them into that house, as we would say, and you want to make sure that you build the house right. So this is kind of how I approach content. Content is, in my opinion, going to be key in 2025 as the great equalizer between, AI and us humans, right? Because AI is going to get better in being able to create content that is human-like, but I don't know for the foreseeable future that it'll be able to tell stories that are, that are part of the human experience, right? That's really where we have to focus our efforts in 2025, and that should be a big part of your content strategy. So if you're not producing content, you're leaving money on the table, and content will actually shorten the sales cycle. It helps you build trust with your audience and is absolutely critical in 2025. So I hope this was helpful. I didn't actually show doing the exercise, but I wanted to walk you through how do you approach building a foundation that you can put content on top of that sounds like you and is scalable without sacrificing on the quality of it. So I hope this helps. If you need help with your content, my name is Matt. I run Stormbreaker Digital. We're a full service agency that helps brands grow online, especially for high achievers, B2B founders, and subject matter experts.